he was a really unique player, I think. Great player and unique player also. Nobody was like Sang Lee.
Welcome sports fans. We're here at the USBA National Championship 2021 at Carom Cafe, and we're about to watch a quarterfinal match, exciting quarterfinal match between the 9-time USBA National Champion Pedro Piedrabuena and the 2-time National Champion Miguel Torres. We're in the knockout stage in the last 8 of the tournament, and it's a very exciting moment. I'm here with my co-commentator, William Hanish.
Hi, Ira. Good morning.
Morning. Very excited to be watching this terrific match over here at Carom Cafe in the U.S. Nationals.
And Miguel is no stranger to Carom Cafe.
Oh no, he's played here many times.
He was the house professional for many years.
Yes, he was. And Pedro was also no stranger to New York. He first immigrated to New York, I want to say 25 years ago, where he was studying under Sang Lee, and now he's turned into one of the best players in the world.
And he's the long time after Sang Lee. He's been the long time USB national champion for many years.
Yes. He's the one who broke. Pedro's the one who broke Sang Lee's 12-year record, 12-year running streak of national championships. He was undefeated for 12 years. Sang Lee, of course, for those of you who don't know, is one of the greatest three-cushion players that ever lived, and he was the 12-time U.S. national champion before Pedro. So that's a little history for three-cushion sports fans.
Pedro now lives in San Diego.
Mm-hmm, that's right. He lives in. He has his own billiard room called College Billiards, and he also promotes and does events in his room. So he's not just a top player, he's also an ambassador of the game, and a very good ambassador. He's one of the gentlemen with impeccable etiquette and
extremely nice human being.
A great human being and a great sportsman. Pedro recently has returned to the UMB Federation, the World Federation, which is under the Olympic Committee. And interesting fact for everybody that when the winner of this tournament, when we crown a winner, that winner will also play at the World Games in Birmingham, Alabama, in July of 2022, which it's a very exciting moment. If those of you who don't know, the World Games is organized by the Olympic Committee, and for many people understand it to be the precursor to the Olympics for sports that are trying to make it to the Olympics. So we're watching the conclusion of Miguel Torres' practice. Every player customarily has a few minutes to understand how the table plays.
Yeah, Ira, tell us, what are they trying to do during their practice?
The players try to get a sense of how much friction there is on the table, and that's very important for them to be able to gauge the shot choices when they actually play the game. They formulate their strategy. They figure out how the nature of how the balls will roll. Every table plays differently in three-person billiards, or any billiard table plays differently from brand to brand, from different makes of cloth, different makes of balls, and even from moment to moment.
The
On
humidity.
Yes,
And
the
the
temperature and the humidity.
Amount of chalk on the table.
Yep, that's right. There's actually heat on these tables. The tables are heated, and that's to stave off moisture, and that helps to make conditions more slick and let's say it's more consistent. One of the big factors that changes how the balls roll is how much chalk is accumulated on the table. So the heat staves off the moisture that usually combines with the chalk that makes a sticky mess and makes it very difficult to control the roll of the balls. So in professional Q games, heated tables have started, to become not just a luxury but a necessity. And we're
Pioneered
watching
in Carom billiards.
Carom billiards was the first billiard game to heat the table, and then now snooker heats the table, and we start seeing pool tables that have introduced heat, and we'll probably will see more of that. So what Pedro's doing right now is just understanding how the table is sliding, how the balls are rolling, and, where the spin will take, and how the ball will curve.
In all professional tournaments, the tables are reclothed just before the tournament.
Yeah, and this tournament's no different. They changed the cloth on the table just before the event, so the tables are playing beautifully right now. Right after Pedro finishes his practice, they will
Lag to break,
and that's a very important shot. The opening lag decides who will start first, and is a huge advantage.
Players usually average more off the opening break shot than they do at any other point in the game.
Yeah, their batting average off the break shot is usually around 3 points, and the batting average off of the
An opponent's
miss, for a top player is anywhere between let's say 1 for a national class, or a little over 1, up till 2 for a top professional. So it's interesting. I always found it interesting to see what test shots the players will use to get a read on the table, and they don't have the more time they have on the table, the better they can perform, because they can understand how the table plays. Let's talk about the format of this. We started with 3 days ago with 32 players that qualified from all over the country, and they played in 4 groups of 8, where the top 4 from each group advanced and to the single elimination knockout.
And how were, based on win-loss, and Ira, how were tiebreakers determined?
Tiebreakers were determined by average. First it was win-loss, and then by batting average. We call it points per inning average. And this is actually the first tournament. We'll be using a new system by Spin Hound, which helps has helped the players manage the records, and so we can get very accurate records, so that we can make the ranking decisions. I was going to say that we started the knockout phase yesterday, played 1 round, and we're down to the final 8. So this is the quarterfinals, and you know, I think a few more shots and we'll be ready to begin.
And then after all the quarterfinals will be played simultaneously. And then we'll have the 2 semifinal matches and the final match later this afternoon. Now the rules on the opening break shot, each player must shoot a cue ball. It hits the far cushion and comes back, and whoever's cue ball is closest to the near cushion wins the break. The ball may or may not hit the near cushion, it doesn't matter, but they really have to judge the speed, and they really want to get that opening break shot and win the lag.
Especially now, since we don't, in billiards, they don't play equalizing innings.
And this is a match to 40 points. First player to reach 40 points wins.
Okay, we're about to start.
Players are up to lag.
So the player that leaves their cue ball closest to the short rail,
The nearest rail.
will do the opening break.
And it looks like this is a very close one. Looks like Pedro just edged
Wow.
out.
So the opening breaker.
And Pedro will open with the white ball, and he's putting he gets to choose which side he wants to break on. He's choosing to break on the left side. And we're underway. Pedro makes the first point.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the commentary. My sources will pick up anyway. Okay. If there's an issue,
Pedro wanted a
we can always play it.
better position on that after that opening break shot, but he's not sure how he wants to play it. All right, what's Pedro debating in his head? He's looks like he wants to go off the yellow ball.
Yeah, he's looking like he can either play this rail first, or he can try to hit the ball first and then hook and play four rails. But he might play rail first. Oh no, yeah, he's hooking it. Yep, and it looks like if he has enough spin, he'd have enough speed to get there, and he just misses.
That was a tough shot. And now Miguel is
Very tough to judge because the ball is frozen to the rail. That first obstacle is frozen to the rail. If you hit the rail first, it's a completely different action. And the amount of ball that he hits is also very, very sensitive.
Miguel is looking at a bank shot here. Looking to get all his required rails first before making the billiard. He's looking at a face to see after he gets his required rails how he wants to come into the balls to give himself the biggest target possible.
this is like, for me, it's going to uncharted territories.
Oh, no, oh yes, he's going off the white ball. Not playing a bank shot, but he looks like he's just a little too long.
And we have to like restart the screen.
Now Pedro steps to the table.
Two to 6, he says.
This is tough for Pedro. He's very close to the yellow ball, so limits his options, but it looks like he can go around the table off the yellow. Just feathers the yellow, but he has enough speed and he will make the shot. Very nice shot for Pedro, and he's rewarded with a very nice position. He'll go off the red ball first, and he's looking like where he wants. Make sure that the red does not interfere. That's a very nice shot by Pedro. Pedro's
He was a really unique player, I think. Great player and unique player also. Nobody was like Sang Lee.
Pedro just made a nice 5-rail shot, and now he's got himself a nice position to go 3-rail.
Yeah, anytime the balls are all on the same side of the table, you can have openings, and that's a beautiful hit. And he tries to hit this yellow ball, so it's either in the middle of the table, which is ideal. The ideal position is with all the balls in the middle of the table, because you have more
Maximizes your
options for shot choices. You can go off either side of either ball and look for angles. So, and he's done a good job of placing the yellow ball almost perfectly in the middle of the table. And I think he'll probably feather this red ball.
And come 5 rails.
Yes, and it looks like he's done that perfectly. Have you noticed balls near the middle of the table?
Yes, now he has all 3 balls in the middle of the table and really has a lot of choices here. Looks like he's going to go play a short angle off the red.
Look.
and spin it in.
Still too high.
Hey.
Pedro's on a run of 6 in the second inning, leaving him 7 points. Again, notice how he has all 3 balls in the center of the table.
Still at 9.
For some reason, it's still at 9. You dropped it down, but it's still up.
Looks like he's playing a short angle again. And all 3 balls are on the short end of the table. Spins it in nicely to make the point and leaves the red ball. If they're not going to be all in the center, you want the red ball near, but not too near a corner, making it quite a large ball.
But we never done customized XML before, so.
It's not that many parameters. It's just for some reason these didn't take. Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You saved it, restored it?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just see if we understand what happened. Are we sure that it restored to this file?
Hmm?
You saved it and you restored this file?
Yeah. See, give it new names.
Any other settings in here that relate
I
to
don't know.
Android?
I never done this before.
I know. Just search for compute, obviously. Let's look.
Looks like Pedro's going to play
Don't do it now.
long, long, short.
Let's look at this file.
No, it's fine.
Just misses.
Restore it.
Those are difficult shots when you go
Reset it.
on opposite rails because it's spinning one way on one rail and another way on another rail on the opposite long rail, and the margin for error reduces. Miguel is coming to the table in the bottom of the second inning, trailing by 8. Still looking for his first point. Though Pedro missed, he left Miguel very tough.
I don't know.
His cue ball on one end of the table and the 2 other balls on the other end. He's playing a rail first, and he gets the wrong side of the white. The other side of the white, he would have made the point. Fortunately for Miguel, he left Pedro not too tough of a shot, though. Yeah, he's going to play off, from his point of view, the right side of the yellow and go around the table. Oh. Yes, that's what he's looking at.
This is the first time I'm doing any of this.
Coming around the table, and he's looking to back up, but does not make it. He was not playing for the backup. But again, he leaves Miguel tough, but it looks like Miguel is going to play a ticky, but does not get back to the long rail. Miguel was looking for a chance to possibly get lucky, but he did not. Pedro's back at the table. Ira, do you think he'll play a bank shot or go off one of the balls?
No, he's going to go off the yellow ball. He actually can go off the red and bank the red 2 rails in that space. But I think he'll probably hit the yellow ball. The red ball's a bigger ball. Oh, he's
No,
going,
he's going
for
for
the
the bank shot.
Okay, so he feels like well, he has to hit the red ball first here.
Looks like he did
Yes,
so very nicely.
just clips it. And now he's got a good lead. He can hit the red ball, go long, long, short.
So Pedro is looking at coming off the top of the red. Long rail, opposite long rail, and then the short rail right before the yellow. Very nice,
Perfect.
just clips the yellow. Pedro hits that yellow ball thin enough to miss the red going out, and now looks to play 5 rails
Perfect.
and come
Yeah,
from
coming-
underneath the ball.
come from behind is better if you have the choice, because you're pushing the balls to the middle of the table and you have more chances for short angles like this. So that was a very intentional play.
Looks like he's looking at his 3rd rail, so he's going to come off the yellow and play a short angle shot where all 3 balls are on the short end of the table. There are many ways to play these short angles. Right, Ira?
Yes, he can hit less ball with more English, or more ball with less English. And every way you play, it'll change the final positions of all the balls. So all of these things are what makes an experienced player so good, is that they understand how to position the balls to maximize their chances of making a series.
There's never just one way to make a shot.
That's one of the beautiful things about this game.
Often there are very different patterns to play, but even among the same general pattern, there are many different options. Here Pedro draws to the long rail to come around. Does he have the speed to come in? It does not look like it. Oh, Pedro just ran 4 points to extend his lead to 12-0. Miguel still looking for his first point to get on the board.
It seems like a big lead, but with 3 cushion at this level, 12 points is not that much.
Little too short for
A player like Miguel is very explosive, and he can make up that in 1 run. You know, Pedro will do his best to leave the balls in unfavorable positions for him, so that he can't catch a rhythm.
What is Pedro looking at here? Coming off the top of the yellow and coming 3 rails?
It looks like he's going to try to play it as a short angle.
With his cue ball extended.
It seems like very kissy though. And but he must see a way to pass it. Just passes it by a little bit.
Makes
Uses
it
a lot
a nice
of speed
shot.
and a beautiful shot. Yeah, you have to hit that with high speed in order to get that angle. And now he's going to try to, he's actually looking to play this off the yellow. And he might play this with a lot of spin. Oh, he's going to try to drop this in. Wow, it almost looks like there's no angle to do that.
So he's going long,
Barely.
long, and drop it in.
Oh, it's such a
Long, long,
beautiful
short.
shot.
Very nice shot.
Yeah, he had to just pass the red, and wow, that's expertly done.
Pedro is looking to come 4 rails on this shot. Off the red, deep in the corner. Oh, no. He went directly
Does he have enough English?
in, but not enough spin.
Yeah. He may have missed the first rail contact. It's so sensitive whenever you go directly into the when you go in almost perpendicular to a cushion, the direction the cue ball takes varies drastically depending on how much spin you have, and it's such a sensitive thing to judge. Miguel's looking to play off the red ball. He can feather the red. He's seeing if there's any kind of ticky where you can go inside the red and the rail, but he probably will play on the outside of the red. That's to the right side of the red
Come
ball.
4 rails in.
Yeah. Oh, he has a nice draw stroke. He's gonna jack up, hit the white, and then draw it back to the rail.
Even being so close to the rail.
Yeah, he has some space there to fit his cue, and
Ah, yes.
yeah, he can angle his cue down and get the backspin he needs, and he does so. And now he's spinning into the line.
And that makes it extremely big ball.
Yes, that was a beautiful shot. He took his time
And Miguel is now on the board.
on the board. Yep.
Miguel's looking at the short angle here. Yep.
Yep.
Spinning it in.
He did it a little bit too. Oh, just
Ooh.
misses it.
Miguel is back at the table waiting for... I'm sorry, Pedro's back at the table waiting for Miguel's ball to stop spinning. Looking to go off the left side.
Wow, he's
Well,
went
and
through
he-
the ball because he didn't want to kiss it,
But he ended up with a kiss.
But he got a kiss after the yellow crossed 3 times, and then he got a kiss. So tough to judge. He successfully avoided cutting the yellow ball into the red, but then
Got the kiss as it came around.
yeah, he used a lot of follow to recreate the angle after hitting it full to avoid that kiss. But very unfortunate to have gotten the kiss after.
Now, Miguel would like to go
So
around the
many
table,
rails.
but he has to worry about where that white ball is going. So he must, looking like he's going to choose
He's probably going to bank this.
a different shot.
I mean, if he touches the white, there's no way not to hit the red. Unless he can go off the red ball. No, he's going to play on the inside and try to wow, this is
Oh, double
this
the
is an
rail.
intricate shot.
Just
Yeah,
makes
and he
it.
just makes it. That was a beautiful, beautiful play. He doubled that long rail. He used a lot of reverse spin, draw. People don't know Miguel is an artistic billiard player. He plays a form of the game where it's all fancy shots. So he knows how to make some
Miguel chooses to
intricate
play
strokes.
4 rails here and just makes the point.
Yeah, he's got a lot of touch. That's how I would characterize these two players. Miguel has a lot of flair, and he's got a very intricate stroke. And Pedro's very systematic, very disciplined, straight stroker. Relies heavily on his technique.
Miguel did not get.
Just slipped a little bit on the third rail. Very hard to
He was
judge.
trying to get that short rail a little earlier.
Yeah, that's the kind of shot. If you had, if you're fully familiar with the table, you can gauge it all the time. But he's relatively fresh table and maybe not completely in tune with it. So
Does Pedro have enough room to come off the red and around? Or will he be
he
playing?
looks like he's going to try to hit it super thin and low. It's very, very hard.
and come
Yeah.
around the table.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah,
and
no, he
playing
was
the
backing it
back
up. And this is exactly how he was trying to play it with the
But it came
backup. Wow.
backed up a little too
Yeah,
much.
it was a good effort, really good try. It's very close.
But he
He had nothing, and he was looking for that short rail, long rail backup.
doesn't look like Miguel can see the red ball. He must play off the white. He was looking to just come 3 rails. Avoids the kiss nicely. Very nice. Miguel was looking at something left-handed. Slightly jacked up, going left-handed. Very nice. Now Miguel will play 5 rails around the table. Needs to avoid that kiss.
Oh,
He just gets the kiss.
in billiards, you always have to, contend with the decisions that you make, because the likelihood of a double kiss where the ball gets in your way The first ball you start moving gets in the way of the path of your cue ball, and it just, you can't be careless about it. You have to control all the balls, where they're going, what speed they're going, where they're going to potentially collide.
And that's what these players try to do so well. Pedro's looking for a thin hit on the red, or is he? No,
he's going
full.
full. And
Full on the
he played
red,
it
going to
perfectly.
the short rail, and just clips the
Yeah,
yellow.
beautiful shot.
And now he has an open table.
Yeah, there was no line, and to go naturally,
So he had to manufacture a shot.
so he had to go straight to the end rail and start the path, so he can create that angle.
Pedro's looking to go off his right side of the red and play it 3 rails.
Yes, he's going to spin it 3 rails. His cue ball
So
will
a
go
little low.
slowly with a lot of English. He hits the kiss out,
And makes the point.
makes the point. Perfect execution.
Pedro's looking how he wants to come into the red, how long he has. Oh no, he's looking to go off the.
You know what? He's looking at his options.
He can go off the left side of the yellow, but he has to come in
Yellow
long.
Looks really hard.
On the
He's
right
going to have
side,
to hit the short rail first with a lot of right English and follow. But the problem is the yellow ball will cut into the direction of the red, and that's very dangerous. So I'm
so he's
curious.
choosing to shoot off the right side of.
Yes, but he's using
the,
reverse English, so
to go
it's going to have
long,
a
long,
tremendous
short.
amount of check side on the first long rail, and then have a tremendous amount of running English on the next 2. Let's see how he does this.
Just misses.
Just misses it. He actually put a lot less English than I thought he
Miguel
was
stepped
going
straight
to.
to the table. He was going to just play this 4 rails. Oh,
Oh,
he did
it
not.
seemed like he rushed that a little bit.
Yeah.
He's trying to, you know what it is? He's trying to get into a rhythm. He's trying to get into stroke.
Miguel is a very rhythm player.
Yeah, he's definitely a rhythm player. And Pedro's doing a good job of keeping him, keeping from letting his stroke out. And Pedro just wants to get up and shoot. Because billiards is, there's a lot of athleticism involved, and you have to be moving, otherwise your muscles sort of atrophy.
They tighten up.
Yeah.
You don't want to be tight.
Nope.
Pedro's looking to go 5 rails.
That's right. And
Really
just
wants to place that yellow ball.
perfectly, and he does it perfectly. Yellow ball's in the corner. He comes around. It's an ideal position. And now he could just go off the right side of the red into a natural 3-cushion pattern. But he still needs to take care of the red position, and he's going to just do everything he can so he can have a perfect leave.
Yeah, Sire, this seems like a natural off the red 3 rails around, but the players are really thinking about a lot more.
Yes. They have to think about where all the balls are going and where they're going to stop. At this high level, that's what they do.
So he draws it slightly, gets the red out of the way, comes in 3 rails.
Yeah. And he brings the red back around. And he has options. He can either go off his left side of the red, or he can actually play a rail first shot. That's what he's going to look at. He's going to play a ticky. Rail ball, rail, rail, yellow. Rail ball, rail, 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 yellow. There
Yep.
you go. He found the angle.
A long range ticky.
Does he get a hole? No.
No. Pedro's on a run of 3 in the 9th inning, leading 19-5. And averaging well over 2 so far. How's he playing this?
Very, very thin.
Thin, really thin.
Yeah, and the yellow ball won't get in the way. He's got to get the corner.
And look at that, how he
Beautiful.
controlled that yellow ball to move
And look at the beautiful positions he's getting.
wide open.
He's wide open. He's in the
Reds
middle of
and-
the table. He'll play this off the left side of the red and take 3 rails or 5 rails. I think if he's gonna go slowly, he might go.
And he would go slowly to leave the red up in the upper right-hand corner.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't think so. He's gonna bring the red 2 rails and back to the middle because everything's better in the middle. He'll play 5.
And hit it with a little more.
Yeah. You see now he's pushing everything to the middle of the table, and he's got more options. Ooh, now the red ball's frozen to the rail, so that's not ideal.
You want it near the rail, but not that near.
Yeah, that's right. He's gonna be able to feather thin this. I mean, you hit this yellow ball very thin on the left side, and then take 4 rails. Four or 5 rails. He might catch another rail right before the red, but I think he'll. Now he's going to manage this. He's got to manage a kiss with the yellow. He's going to hit very, very thin. He should be able to do that.
He goes
Ooh,
just
passes
misses
it.
And he looks like he has the right line into the red.
Yes. Pedro's managing this table beautifully.
In the 2nd inning, Pedro ran a 7. Now he's on a run of 6.
You know, last round he ran an 18, so you know he's a powerful player.
So again, he's looking to play this short and judge how much it'll slide, and he did it very nicely. He equals his high run of the game at 7.
No, it doesn't look like he's going to stop here. He likes to hit the close ball since he can get a perfect hit on it, but it's also an easy shot to just. Oh, he's going to play 5 rails.
So he'll go off the yellow and come around the red.
Around the red. But he's got to be careful because that yellow is going to be near his last 2 cushions. So let's see how he manages this.
Yeah, he has to avoid.
He's got to
And he
avoid the
just
kiss. And he
avoided.
just does a perfect job of avoiding the kiss.
And he's got the right line
Lands
to make the point.
perfectly. I tell you, he's playing flawlessly. This run is a beautiful run. Such control. Sangli style, he's staying close to the 3rd ball, so he can always get a good hit.
But it looks here he's going to go off the. He's going to come off the yellow, go off the yellow ball and come 5 rails.
Yeah, I say Sangli style, but actually, everybody in the world does that now.
Now he
I mean, you know,
popularized it.
No, I
No.
wouldn't say that. I mean, it was just, you know, that's what controlled 3 cushion looks like, you know.
makes the point.
But the ball's kissed, and now they went in. They kissed and scattered. So now he doesn't have a favorable shot for
He's
on a run of 9.
9, yeah.
His run may end because this yellow ball is so small. If he tries to go for a short angle, he has to hit the third cushion right before the ball. He's got like a millimeter to work with. Very difficult. He's going to go stunning all the way to the short rail first, and then try to catch another short rail near the yellow.
So he's going to hit that low, stun it.
It's so hard to judge. All the English that you put on the ball just to make it come back, if it reacts on the first rail, it does one thing. If it reacts on the second rail, it does a completely different thing. So it's so hard to judge. His ball's still spinning. There.
Miguel has to wait.
Okay, there it goes. And with a run of 9, he's 20 points ahead.
Miguel looks like he's going to go around the table.
Yeah, but it's not easy though. He has to hit a lot of ball and go 6 rails. He can't go short because the red ball's in the way after 1 rail. So he's gonna go to the short rail almost straight, and he has to. This is hard, and he has to hit. Wow, he's trying to thread the ball. That's very.
He went in the hole, and now coming around, and
yeah, beautiful.
Look at that shot.
Yeah,
just
intricate, really nice. And look where he put the white. So he'll be able to play a 5 cushion next.
Go thin off the left side of the red and around the table. He doesn't like it. He doesn't feel. It doesn't lie comfortably for him. He feels he has to manufacture something a little bit. And he just misses the kiss for a nice second point this inning. Now the balls would normally lie nicely to go around the table, but his cue ball is too close to the white.
Wow, beautiful shot. What a shot.
Wow.
Beautiful. This is the kind of artistic that we were talking about.
Like a double backup.
Take a look at this shot. He plays at high speed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Reverse. He had a reverse on the third rail.
Running and reverse and running. He judged everything perfectly.
That shot was not a natural going adjacent rails. It went 2 adjacent rails and then an opposite rail.
Mm-hmm.
Which are much harder to judge. And here, does Miguel have the right line? He just
catches it.
Oh, he made the point.
Wait, he has a replay.
We're looking to see on the replay, and he
Yes,
he made the point. We saw that white just wiggle a little bit.
Yep.
And that
the margins are so small. I mean, he just touched it. And
that instant replay showed that white ball definitely just
wiggled.
Wiggled and just moved right. Almost came right back to its original position.
Yeah, sometimes the balls
just settle in there. He's on a run of 4.
You can touch the ball and not move it. Yeah, and that happens. Not a lot, but it happens.
When the balls, I mean, they have some weight to them. They settle slightly in the cloth.
Yeah, the cloth, it's pretty slick, but there's some nap, a little bit of nap to it, you know.
It can
There's
settle in there,
fibers.
so it can move a little bit and come right back. Yeah, he's trying the short
He tried
angle,
to pass
but
the kiss.
that kiss was very
He was
tough.
a little excited from that last shot. And Pedro back to the table.
Pedro's looking at a short angle here. Is he going to hit this a little full? Yeah. Comes in nicely to make the point.
And he's continuing his
I think
onslaught, staying in perfect position.
Pedro only has 3 empty innings. He scored almost every inning.
He's averaging close to 3. So this is
Strong.
world class. Okay, so 7 rails here. Just gotta watch where that red ball goes because it could be getting in the way. Manages it. Played it a little too short.
But he
Oh,
got
he,
the
he
point.
got it. He got it. Okay, so it's a 6 rail
6 rail shot.
And actually, that's an ideal way to hit the ball because you roll off of it and you get to the middle of the table where the red ball is. Now he's got a perfect natural.
So he's far enough away from it where he has a lot of options.
Yeah, and I want to say the yellow ball's big in the corner, but it's really not. You gotta choose whether you're gonna go directly into it or you're gonna go short.
There is a hole there.
Yeah. So let's see what he does. It's all gonna depend on where he wants to put the red ball. How he feels the most natural way to hit it.
Oh, but
he got a kiss. Very, very rare kiss that. I'm sure he just mishit that.
All right, Miguel averaging 1 after 9 innings.
But it's not enough. Pedro's playing at a very high,
After 9.5
high
innings.
speed.
Pedro's averaging 2.7 after 10 innings. He's playing long, short. Does he get to the short rail early enough?
Oh, it's
He
a beautiful
does.
shot. Very nice touch. And he's trying to defend a little bit, but it's really hard to defend somebody who's playing at the pace that Pedro. He's close to the red, leaving distance.
And what you mean by that, Ira, is he leaves his opponent's cue ball far away from the other 2.
It's locked. I can't get into it. I'll just email him. I'll just email him. Okay.
In billiards, where each opponent uses different cue balls, you can often play shots that leave it safe for the opponent if you miss, but leave yourself a shot.
Right, there's 2-way shots. So you can play safety and let's see.
Oh, this might
Does he get a little bit lucky and
he might get
No,
lucky
it's
here.
a little
He needs
slow.
another
turn of the ball.
Oh, he needed
Ah,
not
he
even
just
another
missed
turn.
it.
He needed the yellow ball was chasing the red, but just didn't have the legs.
He missed it by just a hair. And
Of course they want the point, even though they feel a little guilty.
yeah, there's actually no reason to feel guilty. You can't control everything in this game. It's such a difficult game. to control the millimeters, it's very difficult.
But had Miguel made that point, he would have
Ah, he
apologized.
That's the custom.
Similar
But,
to tennis, where if they hit the net and it just goes over.
Yeah, these are rare occurrences, and they just, you know, it's just luck. But luck goes both ways. If you practice, you know, if you practice more, you get more luck. You know about that?
Well, it's the old saying, the more I practice, the luckier I get.
Yeah. Hey, take a look at this shot. He thinks he can
Double
cut
the rail?
No,
Is
I
it-
think
no, he's-
he can cut the yellow away from the red, and but then he needs to make sure the yellow doesn't get in the way of his cue ball when cue ball comes back around. So let's see what he does. Oh, he
played a timing
purposely-
shot. A
yeah,
purpose
he
timing shot,
purposely
but then,
relocated the yellow.
but it doesn't look like.
It would have been a beautiful shot. What an idea. That's just
It's only Pedro's third.
that shows you really,
Empty
you
inning.
know,
Yeah.
what level he's really thinking right now. He tried to just make a little combo and relocate that ball to be big in the corner as he went around. Very intricate shot and a good effort. So Miguel actually tried to slice this red. He was looking to slice the red ball and go around, but that probably would have cut the red ball right into the scoring path. So he's going to go for this cushion first shot and play 3 rails first.
Why doesn't he like that bank? Oh, he's looking at to
5
play
rails.
a bank shot coming from underneath.
Perfect.
Makes the shot. Plays it with speed to stay close to the balls. So Miguel's going to go through the balls, off the red, making sure, and 3 rails into the white. Very nice.
Okay.
And is he get?
Would you like to restart? We can hit commercial. We have 2 minutes to restart.
Okay, let me get ready. I'm not done yet.
Okay. Then hit commercial. and restart.
He's looking to power it to the long rail, come in long, and make the point.
Miguel's making his move now. He's going to spin to the short rail, spin off the short rail,
Go
short,
3 rails.
long, short. And
Just feathers it.
Just catches the edge. Boy, he's really
And he's
catching the millimeters of the
He's
ball.
equaled his high run at 4, but he's looking for much more. Can he play this rail first? Just before the red?
I think he can, but he thinks it's better safety-wise and everything else to just feather this ball with English, or it looks he might actually hit more ball because it's a very makeable shot.
Coming off the left side of the...
And this is the moment to be aggressive, not too defensive. He needs to make points. He's not going to win by playing safety. I mean, Pedro's been, shooting at such a high average.
So he's looking to come off, from his point of view, the left side of the white.
That's right.
Oh, he is playing it very safe.
Well, I mean, he
just make speed.
It's a built-in safety, you know. If he really wanted to play it safe, he could have put English on it and feather it and leave it on the short rail. But, I mean, leave it on the...
But he wanted to give
the
himself
rail.
a decent chance of
Chance
making
to
the
score,
shot.
yeah. But, you know, it's not... It's still the middle of the game. He has chances.
We're looking at here.
He's trying to go 6 rails. Oh, he's going to go short, long, short, long, long.
So where's his face? What ball is he trying to hit
He's
first?
going to hit the yellow ball first after the long rail.
After he gets his requisite cushions.
Short, long, long. If he hits any amount of the yellow ball, it'll bounce into the red. So,
As long as he doesn't hit it on the wrong side.
oh yeah, he has to hit that side of the ball, and he just hits too full. He was trying to catch the left side of that yellow, and he would have made it.
Now Miguel is...
He's looking at a bank shot. Fortunately, that white ball's off the rail, so he can go 3 rails and then hit the white, and make
and not worry about a double kiss off of it.
Right. If the white were frozen, then the shot's really hard.
Because
then
it would be very hard not to get
A double kiss,
kiss.
the ball would just it wouldn't roll through the ball. It would just double kiss and then bounce away from the red. So let's see how he can if he's judged this.
If he gets it on, he got it on the wrong
He hit
side
the wrong
of the white.
side. He was just he was like an inch too far or inch too long, trying to hit the other side of the ball.
Now Pedro can go off the yellow and around the table,
Yes,
but he wants to make sure that yellow hits the short
can-
rail first.
No, yeah, he has a few choices. Yeah, he's going to do what you said. He's definitely going to try to control where this yellow ball goes, though. If he can leave the yellow ball on the same long cushion, then he'll have a good shot. But doing so, he might actually create kisses. So, you know, let's see exactly. Let's see how he's thinking about the shot. He could also double the short rail.
Playing off the top of the yellow.
Yep, and then with inside English. In this case, left English, and then hit the short rail, long rail, and then the short return to the same short rail. But it's very, very sensitive.
Looks like he's looking at that now.
Yeah, he might play the double the rail. Yeah, the double the rail gives a good position too, because he's hitting it thin. The
Now he's looking like back to his first choice
Yeah,
around the table.
around the table. Oh no, he's playing the double.
Oh no,
the
he's
rail.
playing the double the rail. That's right.
Let's see if he can get back to the long rail. It's going to be very sensitive.
He gets back, but did he get back too early? He got back just
missed
too
it.
early. But leaves Miguel pretty safe.
He just misses it, just by a hair. All right, Miguel
Miguel
tries to go
does
4
not
rails.
gets
He hits
catches
it so
them
thin.
way
Those
too
shots
thin.
are so sensitive, and he's 10 feet away from the ball. He's got maximum distance. Any English you put on the ball curves, so then you have to try to hit a millimeter of the ball, and it's easy to miss. And add on the fact that you're behind by 13
a lot
points
of points, so you're a little tight.
with a guy who's averaging 2, and a little nerves, a little pressure. I mean, Miguel can really get rolling, but it's hard to do that when you're...
Is he playing it off the rail first?
Yeah, he's playing rail first.
So he can really spin down that,
Wow, look at this
Long
beautiful
rail and get-
shot. What a nice
get
shot.
a nice angle. He
Oh!
spinned it too much. Too much spin it had, missed it in the hole.
No, I wouldn't say he had too much spin.
He came out
Yeah, I mean, he just hit a little too much ball.
ball.
He needed that spin to make the ball bigger. and that would have, but he just hit a little too much ball, because if he had hit a little less ball, he could hit that third rail would have been huge.
He would have caught the first long rail a little bit earlier.
Yep. So Miguel happy to be back at the table, unscathed from that last inning.
Looks like he'll just go.
Looks like he's just trying to drop it in. Short, long, short. He'll hit it very little English, but with his speed to have a chance of scoring, and if he misses hitting the white, he'll go and join the red, hopefully frozen to the. So it's a built-in safety play.
No, he tried to.
Oh,
he played the long rail. He tried to go around the table, but came a little bit too long.
Okay. Okay.
Pedro's back at the table. The 13-point lead. They're going to 40 points. Pedro's at 27. So is Pedro gonna go off the yellow into the short rail and come in?
No, he's going to play 3 rails off the inside.
Oh, he's coming off the. He makes the point
Yeah, this way he's got all 3 rails before going
to the ball.
Oh, he's very close to the ball. It could even be frozen. But is it frozen?
The rule. Well, he thinks it's frozen. Miguel will confirm. And if they are frozen, Ira, what's the rule?
Pedro can spot the balls, the red ball on the original spot and the cue ball in the middle of the head spot. And
but he's not allowed to play away.
He can play away.
Oh, he can play away, or
it's
his choice.
Yeah.
So the red will go on its home spot in the initial.
The ball will go to the middle of the opposing on the head spot. So foot spot and head spot. Now, if he were frozen to the yellow ball, the yellow ball's home is in the center of the table.
The opponent's cue ball with home would be at the center of the table.
That's right.
In 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, I'll call to commercial.
Oh, shit, he's on a run. Rails makes the point.
And now he has a cross table. Cross table here, long. He'll hit this with a pretty high speed. Beautiful.
Ira, what are his options here?
Well, he can hit the red double the short rail. That's probably what he's looking at. See, he can hit it very full with right English on the left, on his left side. Oh, he's playing a tiki.
Tiki.
A tiki with draw, so
To stretch it out.
yeah, and he's going to drive this red ball into the short rail and away from the, you know, and not hit the, yeah,
Very
beautiful
nice.
shot.
He's playing off the red and going around the table. Five rails. Nicely done.
Beautiful.
And now he left himself a natural shot around the table. Do you think he'll play this three rails directly or come from underneath and play 5?
He's going to go pretty fast. I think he'll probably play 5.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And opens everything. Well,
Yeah, he can double the rail off of either ball, really.
probably a little easier.
Probably easier off the yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a thin hit. But he can, if his hit's a little bit more English, he can go and catch the short rail, the you know, long, short, and still make it.
Yeah, he has that left-hand reverse English on. To double the rail.
Still have to hit it accurately.
Perfect.
Perfect. That's a run of 7. Is that his second run of 7? No, he ran a 9.
He ran a 9. It is his second run of 7, but he also has a run of 9.
It's hard to beat 2 runs of 7 and a 9 in a 40-point game, right? That's
23 points in 3 innings.
That's
Strong.
formidable. And in full control. He'll play on the outside here.
Of the red and come 3 rails. Oh, he's coming in. Now, why did he play that with speed?
Well, he needed to create the angle. Yeah, going slow, it's a smaller ball. I didn't get a close look at it. It may have had a two-way possibility too, but maybe he played it 3 ways. 3 rails. Mainly the speed is just to get the right angle as it bends to the first rail.
Now, is he playing this like a short angle the long way?
I don't know. I think he's thinking of playing off the red ball. Okay, he can hit it a little thin so it doesn't bank into the yellow, and then hook a little bit to the corner and then whip out and make 3 or 5 rails. He's got to avoid hitting the red into the yellow here. So he's gonna hit it thin, pass a kiss.
On the top of the red.
Yep.
Yep, and whips
Yep.
out of the corner, but he needs to pass that kiss.
a
he
couple of
just
kisses,
does.
and he just makes it.
And he
passes
apologizes
two kisses.
for getting that a little closer than he
Let's
wanted.
take a look at that again. Two kisses he passed. The first one right there,
And then
the second one right there. First in front and behind. He apologizes that they're so close, but he was playing
trying
it
to
that
pass
way.
it.
Yeah.
He just didn't want it to get that close.
Yeah, he maybe thought he would pass it by a centimeter. He passed it by about a millimeter in both ways.
And now he's going 3 rails.
Beautiful. That's a run of 10.
10 is now so
10, and he's in perfect position.
a run of 7, 9,
He's playing
and 10.
for 3. He's playing for 3. He may run 13 and out. Could you imagine the first game, 18 and out, and if he runs 3 more, he'll be at 13 and out.
13 and out.
And he's in a perfect position to do that. He can play 6 rails right now. Okay, thin on the red. On the right side of the red.
Come
And go
flat.
short. Yep,
Well, 6 rails.
6 rails, yeah. One, 2, 3. And he'll catch the 6th rail right here.
Right by.
And let's see how he lands on this ball. Wow, that actually worked out really well. Now, I mean, that's a run 11. And now he can thin off this yellow and play just 3 cushions, long, short, long. And if he does that, he'll have another easy position.
for
So
his final point.
he's really played almost flawlessly this game. Amazing that he's been playing so well.
Here we go, playing for 2.
Playing for 2 and a spot into the semifinals.
Which will be later today.
Yeah, the semifinals will start at 12:30 p.m.
Well, there are 2 semifinals.
Yeah, the first semifinal at 12:30
They
and the
will
second semifinal at 3:30.
That's right. They will not be played simultaneously.
Oh, he's playing 5 rails. He's got to do whatever he can do to avoid a kiss with the yellow. So he probably doesn't want to just feather it. I don't know why he's not thinking of just feathering it. I think he eventually will. Just quiet roll, and it should roll right into position. But he might decide to go 2 more cushions and play at 5 rails. That's good too if he can pass the kiss. But it looks like he's just going to play quiet roll, very thin ball, land close to the red.
Just make speed.
Yeah. That's a nice shot. So good. So good. And he landed perfectly in that. That's a run of 12, and he's playing for 1.
And he's got almost an ideal position.
I I can't even put it better with my hand. But he's doing this with his, with his cue. I think he'll just play at 4 rails. I mean, it rolls naturally. But he may play at 5 rails, whatever he's comfortable with. He's playing at 5. And that's a beautiful game. That's a beautiful game.
Wow. A 13 and out after
13
a run
and
of
out,
7
and
and a
18
run
and
of-
out in the previous game. 13 and out now. He's averaged 2.667. Amazing game. Pedro didn't play badly. He just...
You mean Miguel did not
I mean,
play bad?
Miguel didn't
He
play
played
badly.
a
He just
1-point average.
He did at 1 average, but it's not good enough at this level. And he shows why he's the 9-time national champion. He's going for his 10th. Hey, I really appreciate you joining me here. And hope everybody will join us for the 12:30 first semifinal. Again, this is the 2021 USBA National Championships, and I'd like to thank our sponsors: Predator Cues, Predator Carom Cues, CaromSports.com, Spinhound for the game management, Carom Cafe, the venue, Yvonne Simonis, the cloth, Aramith, the balls. Really appreciate all of you joining us here for this exciting tournament. For William Hanisch, this is Ira Lee. We'll see you for the next semifinals at 12:30.
he was a really unique player, I think. Great player and unique player also. Nobody was like Sang Lee.